had a client who wanted two cowboys on the back, one cowboy on the back of each calf, and their kind of inquiry form and their ideas around it was somewhat gay cowboys. So it's two cowboys on each side and they're having somewhat a shoot off, but one of them is kind of sexy. And then underneath is the lyrics from a Willie Nelson Orville Peck song, which is cowboys are frequently secretly fond of each other. And I just absolutely loved it. It was such a fun idea and it looks really cool.
Favourite tattoo I've ever done? I would probably say, so I have a really good friend, Frances, and she has got quite a lot of floral work on her shoulders. But a few months ago, she came in and we did a moth on her chest, and I was really pleased with how that came out. We did like a little star in the middle of the moth, and I just think that it frames her body really well, and I think it really suits her. And again, it's something that I enjoy outside of work, so moths, butterflies, things like that. But yeah, probably something like that.
Amazing.
I think one of my favourite tattoos, the one that comes to mind first, is a cat. I recently did a cat portrait. It was meant to be done at a convention, but her cat actually escaped the morning of the convention. So, Dave got out, Dave the cat, so we didn't end up doing that on the day. But yeah, I did that the week after, and that turned out really well. And I'm glad he escaped and he was found, because it meant that I had more time to do it with less pressure the week after. So yeah, probably that one.
Dave the cat.
Dave the
Legend.
cat.
I feel like my favourite tattoo changes all the time because I feel like as an artist I'm always getting better. My favourite tattoo that I've done recently, I did a cowgirl on someone's calf. I love her so much. She's one of my favourite things I've ever done because I'm obsessed with all things country, so she is a solid fave.
I did a Day of the Dead piece not too long ago that was full colour, and she got candles around her face that have got like a colourful glow on her face and things. A good dog portrait is always, it's so cute. Like a dog portrait or a cat portrait, I love it. I love getting to hear about people's pets and stuff. So,
Can I say something slightly controversial or no?
Yeah.
I saw someone recently get a tattoo of Ed Gein. Is that how you say his name? It's the murderer, Ed Gein. I just think, personally, you don't get tattoos of serial killers. That's one of the worst I've ever seen. Why?
I think one of the worst tattoos I've ever seen was actually a Donald Trump tattoo. I was at a convention and one of the artists had done it and put it on his table as like a photo, which I thought was kind of strange because, like, why would you want to show off that you've done? What would you do in the first place? But why would you want to show that off? He's a terrible person. But yeah, Donald Trump tattoo, awful. Why would you? It was a good, well done tattoo. Awful concept. Could have done anyone.
Oh gosh, the list goes on. One of my least favourite tattoos, and I've seen multiple of them, is when people get skulls, like a skull jaw tattooed on their hand, and then they pose like that. It gives me the ick a little bit. I don't like that.
The first one I'm thinking of is the blue flames on the toes.
Don't say that. Absolutely say that.
But I feel bad, like serial killer's a safe option because...
Don't say that.
What's that clown serial killer? The worst tattoo I've ever seen that I can think of from the top of my head, because there's quite a few. Recently I saw someone got flames across their toes, but they were in blue, so it looked a bit like frostbite, and it just was gross. I really didn't like that one.
yeah, Jimmy Savile portrait. I saw one of those not too long ago. Fucking disgusting. And anything that's got a Nazi symbol in it, like, fuck off. Yeah, it was a very well done portrait as well, which made me feel even worse about it. Like, no. And I've seen a lot of portraits of Donald Trump recently too. I've seen a portrait of Charlie Kirk recently.
I saw the Charlie Kirk one.
Oh, yeah. Terrible.
I nearly said Charlie Kirk and I
Yeah.
thought, but Ed Gein was worse. Let's be honest. He actually killed people.
I think the biggest misconception about tattoos is more catered towards probably like cis women, where they're going to look ugly on your wedding day, or how they're going to look when you're old. A lot of women tend to get that more so than men. I think that's the biggest one, because it's not true at all. A lot of old people have tattoos, and we're all going to be old and tattooed, and we're going to look sick. So yeah, I don't think that's true at all.
One that I hear quite a lot is that colour won't hold, because a lot of, obviously with me doing a lot of colour tattoos and wanting to push more colour realism pieces in my portfolio, a lot of clients will come back to me with, oh, but colour doesn't last. And years ago, like 10 to 20 years ago and more, that was definitely the case. But the advancement in tattoo equipment has rocket fired these past like 10 or so years. So now if you go to an artist that knows how to apply colour properly and they buy reputable ink brands, your colour pieces will look just as fresh as they were when they were first done 10 years down the line.
Biggest misconception is they have to mean something, because they don't. One of the first tattoos that I ever saw that was what I would say was pretty daft was a lad at my college had the Cocoa Pops monkey tattooed from his nipple to his armpit. Just, it was weird, but it was cool. Why not? One of the first tattoos that I ever saw that I loved, that I wanted, was a hot stuffed devil, which is like one of the little baby devils. I still don't have one, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, original tattooing, other than like army and navy tattoos, means nothing. Meant nothing. Meant nothing. So yeah, they don't have to mean anything. Get what you want.
That they really hurt. They're not the nicest, but they're not unbearable. I always say to people, if they were like absolutely horrific, people wouldn't be covered head to toe. So don't let people put you off getting them. If you really want one, do it.
Biggest misconception about tattoos, that only thieves and thugs and ruffians have them, because they don't anymore. Tattoos are for everybody.
Stay hydrated in the days before, moisturise the area you want to get tattooed, have a good breakfast, take snacks and drinks with you, and advocate for yourself. Find an artist who you feel comfortable with, so look at their online presence, make sure that they look like a nice person, because if you need a break, you should absolutely be able to tell them that you need a break, or if you need the toilet or anything like that. So yeah, advocate for yourself.
I think a top tip if you're going to get your first tattoo is to make sure you eat a big meal before. I think that's probably the main thing, and bring some sweets and fizzy drinks with you, because I fainted for my first tattoo. So yeah, it happens. Even if the tattoo doesn't really hurt, your body could just say nope. So make sure you eat something and get your blood sugar up.
Research your artist. Really spend a lot of time researching your artist in a lot of different formats. So if your artist has social media, especially if they have multiple social media platforms, check all of them. Check things like hashtags to see if anybody that has been tattooed has posted on their end about the artist and posted a picture of the tattoo that hasn't been taken in perfect lighting, that hasn't been taken with lenses and filters, because a lot of artists unfortunately do use these things now. So being able to research and find reliable client testimonial, I think, is really important.
So if you're 18 or 19 and you're thinking about getting your first tattoo, think about it, because I know they don't have to mean anything, but as you age, your tastes change, and most people don't like the things that they got when they were under 25, myself included. So think about it, live with the idea for a bit, because you know you can cover them and you can take them away, but some people will get some really daft tattoos for their first tattoos, and I say it doesn't mean that much, but it bothers some people. So yeah, try and think about it before you get it done. If you're an older person, my top tip would just be just make sure you choose the right artist for you, because although an artist is good, you know, they could have a big following and be really talented, they might not be the right person for you, because they might not like suit your needs, you know, especially if you're neurodivergent or disabled. You know, some people aren't great with other people, and some people don't care. So yeah, research, reviews. Yeah, we need like Tinder for tattooers. Yeah.
Aftercare. Okay, yeah. Thank you. look after it after you have had the tattoo. Always listen to your artist's aftercare advice, and don't think that you're immune to not doing that. It's really important to look after the tattoo as you've been told afterwards, because if not, you run the risk of getting infections and then the tattoo not healing very well and therefore not aging very well. You could go in the sea and
We
die.
got on about that guy who got a tattoo. I think he was in Spain.
I got sepsis and died.
Yeah.
Literally.